I have 5 words written on the wall all the way around my office. They are goals, desire, knowledge, environment, and action. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you will recognize those 5 words as the 5 magic ingredients that I talk about in my very first book, Big Ideas for Small Businesses. And I discovered that if you reverse engineer any successful person or anyone who's had any level of success in their lives, whether that is a business person, an investor, a sports star, someone in the media or arts, they will have stacked up these 5 magic ingredients. They may not have all of them. They may just have 2 or 3 of them, but the most successful people in the world, the uber successful, they have all 5. And if there's something that you think you would like to achieve, I implore you to go through and use these 5 magic ingredients to figure out how to actually get there. So first and foremost, we start with goals. So far, so standard. I mean, everyone knows that you're more likely to achieve it if you set a goal, if you set a concrete goal, if you write it down, if you share it with someone else. First and foremost, of course, yes, you have to know where you're going. I'm not going to talk too much about goals because, let's face it, if you listen to any business development podcast, you are going to learn and hear a lot about goals. What I am going to talk about a lot is the second magic ingredient, which is desire. And that is so important because so many people underestimate this one or just ignore it. Desire is how much you are willing to pay the price. Are you willing to do the hard yards? Are you willing to still achieve your goal when things get tough? We talk about monitoring this and evaluating yourself out of a score of 1 to 100 on the desire-ometer scale. How badly do you want it? 100 is I will do literally whatever is required. You tell me, run through a brick wall, swim through shark-infested waters, I will do it. A 1 is, if it's not there in front of me, I ain't doing it. And quite often we set ourselves goals that actually, when we question our desireometer, it's probably a 30 out of 100. It's like, I'd quite like to do that as long as it's not too difficult. The desireometer really tells you how badly do you want those washboard abs? Do you want to go without cake and biscuits and ice cream and have to do workouts every day? Okay, I thought as much. Let's move on then to magic ingredient number 3, which is knowledge. This is what you're doing right now, listening to podcasts, watching seminars, watching tutorials on YouTube, reading books, attending seminars, basically figuring out how to do the thing that you want to do. So you know what you want to do. You know you really, really want to do it. Next, what is the price? How do you get there? What's the blueprint? And that is where I love that idea that you go and get the blueprint from someone else who's done it before. It's the first question I always ask. If anyone says to me, this is what I want to do, I've got this particular goal, the first question I would always ask is, who's done it before? And if no one's done that exact goal before, who's done something very, very similar, because we can copy their playbook. 4th magic ingredient is environment. This is where we shape our routines, our habits, our daily environment, the people we surround ourselves with, to ensure that they're helping, not hurting us. I've written an entire book about this, of course. Routine Machine was my second book. That is a deep dive into crafting your environment. And the final ingredient is arguably the most important. And I guarantee you that pretty much no one, absolutely no one who has had any level of success has achieved that without this magic ingredient. It is action. It is actually getting off your ass and doing something. It is turning up every day. It is doing what is required. It is paying the price. It's so important that on my wall, it is the only of the 5 magic ingredients that has an exclamation mark and is in bright red letters, because it's there to remind me just how important it is. Nothing happens until you actually do something.